All right, what is going on, Banter fan? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we will be diving into the crypto gaming and NFT gaming markets today, as I want to go over a game that I got to speak with extensively while in New York City last week. I just got back from NFT NYC on Undead Blocks, which is the multiplayer play to earn, aka kill to earn zombie survival game, which is active right now in beta stages. The play to earn side of things are not even live. So this game is still very early stage. It is single player in the beta mode right now, but they will have a team mode, which is basically structured just like Call of Duty Zombies, the infamous mode, which was very popular and started in World at War and has carried through all the Call of Duties today. Zombies has been one of the most popular cultural modes in all of Call of Duty. We'll talk about why I think that the model they're going with esports competition integrated into this game, I think has a lot of potential, as well as show some gameplay, and why I think this will be one of those games that will be very fun to play with your friends. And notice I'm saying fun, right? This is actually a quality game. So we'll talk about all that and more. Without further ado, let's get in the game.
T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know he gon' play, but ain't here to play. If you ain't here to hustle, why is you here? But if you here to hustle, the moon is near. It's crypto Banter, not financial advice. If you don't listen, what's the cost, what's the price? This ain't a game, put you on game. I know he gon' play, but ain't here to play. If you get lost, show you the way.
All right, and let's get right into it. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel for daily crypto content here on the Crypto Banter channel, as well as like the video if you enjoyed the video, as well if you are bullish on Undead Blocks in the future of crypto games. So as you see, this is a kill to earn game, which is modeled just like Call of Duty Zombies, which, as mentioned, is one of the most popular modes in Call of Duty history. You kill to earn, collect and upgrade your favorite weapon NFTs. They all have different skins, all that good stuff. There's MP5s, F1s, pistols, AK-47s, and more. As well, there will be a team mode. So you will be able to squad up with your friends and have these community games and be able to actually go out there and have fun with communities on Twitch as well. This will be a good game to actually stream and have good comedy, good fun, good action. And it's actually entertaining because, as we all know, the crypto games now aren't really the most friendly for community and to watch, right? Axie Infinity, Pegaxie, Krabata, all these games so far, they're not something you can just hop on Twitch. That you can just hop on Twitch and actually, play and have fun and the chat box be super engaged. But this game, Undead Blocks, actually has that potential to bring that to the table. You can use controller or mouse and keyboard, Xbox or PlayStation controllers. You can stake their token for weapon NFTs. As you see, their team is fully doxed, and they are backed by Animoca brands, Double Peak, and more. And I actually had the privilege to meet with the team last week in NYC, as mentioned, and kind of got an in-depth look at what they're doing, what their future landscape looks like. And I really enjoyed the esports emphasis that they had. So if you all know, my background comes from Call of Duty, A, and then also my background is in esports, B. So both of these actually really integrated well together when I heard that they are going with a tournament model. So they'll be running consistent tournaments on Undead Blocks. Their first tournament will be July 8th, $20,000 prize pool, Wagyu Games Undead Blocks Pistol Speed Run Tournament. Their very first tournament where you kill 100 zombies as fast as you can. Winner will win the Pistol Speed Run. And this is that big absence. I have talked about this 100 times on this channel. There are no esports worthy games at the moment in crypto on the blockchain. And there's no even really tournament friendly platforms. None of these games are actually hosting consistent tournaments at this level. And Undead Blocks' whole model is actually pivoting towards esports, towards hosting tournaments where the community can actually come in and actually pay. And I'm seeing this. This is not a paid shill. The shilling is real here. How much are they paying you? This is not a paid shill. I'll actually pull up the gameplay right now because I have been playing this game for weeks at this point. The play to earn is not active at the moment. It is in beta stage. This is single player at the moment, and the team mode will be launched very soon, where you can actually hop in and play with your friends against hordes of zombies. So as you see, I have a pistol to start off. This is round 1. Just like in normal Call of Duty Zombies, you hop in and you start with a pistol. You're fighting off waves of zombies, and you earn XP per kill, and you are progressing towards XP to be able to level up your weapons, reload your ammo. You're able to get a perk from the soda machine, kind of like in Call of Duty Zombies, where you get the fast reload. They call it the Juggernog, which is like Juggernaut, but it's like eggnog form. So you get these drinks from the machine, they level up, they give you quick reload, extra health, better sprint speed, etc. And it allows you to have more power-ups and strength in the mode against these zombies. So as you see, round 1 complete. I run over. I'm going to get the MP5 off the wall because you can't survive the whole thing with a pistol, and the difficulty in this game is actually very good. They did a really good job of balancing out the difficulty against these zombies. So at the moment, obviously, you're only playing against computer zombies, but it does get pretty difficult by about round 4, round 5. And it does get actually pretty challenging, especially if you don't have good weapons or you don't have the perks, etc. So this game actually has caught my eye quite a bit because first-person shooter, it is very competitive with the fact that they are launching this tournament model. So a lot of these games, we'll talk about this really quickly. A lot of crypto games, NFT gaming projects, they have done wrong with the 2 token system, where one infinitely prints into the economy, and then there's a governance token, which is kind of just there, and it doesn't really have any governance over the protocol. And there's been a lot of examples of these games over time. Axie Infinity set that model up with that tokenomic structure with AXS and SLP. So it really set everyone else up to follow that model. As we all know, that is a flawed model at this very point in time. Most games that went with that inflationary token system have ended up dying. So what Undead Blocks is doing, as mentioned, they're going to be hosting events and tournaments and getting sponsors for these events to actually cash flow the earnings within their game, right? So they won't be relying, if you don't know where the yield comes from, this is the famous saying, especially in crypto gaming, right? All the previous games, everyone asked the question, where is this money coming from that they are paying out to the players? Well, the answer is, if you don't know where the yield's coming from, you are the yield, so to speak. So all these games, they didn't have a cash flow mechanic to it. So what Undead Blocks is doing, they will actually be heading towards a cash flow type of model by acquiring sponsors who will put on esports events to actually fund and finance the way that they pay out earnings within the game, which I think is an extremely unique model. Because if you look at traditional esports models, that is exactly the way that it happens. In esports leagues, they take on sponsorships. If you look at Call of Duty League, for example, they're sponsored by, I believe it's Game Fuel. They're sponsored by Astro headsets. So all these different esports, they take on massive sponsors, which at the end of the day helps them pay out their prize pool, pay out contracts to players, all that good stuff. That goes to the league and their marketing and all that. So what Undead Blocks is doing, they're just taking the traditional gaming model, the way that Call of Duty League, Valorant League, Counter-Strike League, all these different esports leagues actually go and get advertisements and sponsorships, host events, get their players engaged in the community with an actual fun game, right? Like, I was actually sitting on my computer playing this for hours, like having a lot of fun, sitting in a Discord, and Discord, obviously, it's big in the NFT community, but for gamers, that's where they hop on and they actually start talking to people, talking with your team, etc. And I actually had some of my old Call of Duty buddies hopping on this game and having a good time. They're like, when can we actually play as a squad? Like, the zombies mode in Call of Duty traditionally has been one of the funnest modes to just hop in with your friends and have a lot of fun killing off zombies. It's good comedy when your buddy gets killed by a zombie and he needs help. So this is one of those game modes which is very friendly to play with a team and have a lot of fun. And that's what we lack in blockchain games at this day. And yes, it is just in beta still. This is going to be much more refined whenever the actual product does launch. The play to earn integrates. And as mentioned, it's only single player right now. And so whenever the actual team mode comes out, I see the adoption behind this game being potentially very big, because there's not many games at this caliber right now in the first-person shooter sector specifically. We have an undersaturation of quality first-person shooters on the blockchain, as well as an undersaturation on what their whole model is trying to capitalize on, which is esports, which is, if you open up a traditional app, I think that this has been done horribly so far in NFT games. Mobile games, which are free to play, what pops up first? An advertisement. Advertisements pop up in every YouTube video. They pop up on every free-to-play mobile game. These games take on advertisements, and it pays costs. So what they're going to do is, with the sponsorships, with the advertisements within the game, with the esports tournaments, this is an actual way to maintain community, and an actual way to not be paying players with just the latest players' money that's entering the game. The model here is so much more sustainable long term. And on top of that, this game is just fun to the core. As mentioned, I was able to hop in and actually have a ton of fun. Got some of my Call of Duty friends to play it. And that speaks a lot, because what they usually say to me is, Johnny, that game looks like crap. I would never play this game. They see, some game that I'm playing or something like that. And, we're just not there yet across the industry. So what we're looking at right now is a game in Undead Blocks, and there's a lot of quality games out there coming out. We have Shrapnel, first-person shooter. We have, obviously, the Illuviums, Big Time, Heroes of Mavia, Phantom Galaxies. There's so many games I'm super bullish on, that I'm very ambitious on for the future. But you can actually, I'm seeing how people want to play it. So I'll show you where you can go to download it. You can go to undeadblocks.com. You can download the beta right here. It'll take you to the Wagyu Games website. Download it. They can do Mac or Windows. So if you have a Mac or Windows, you can play this game. And as mentioned, you can play with keyboard and mouse or controller. And the reason this makes me so bullish as well, on this specific niche, on this specific genre, this game goes hand in hand with Call of Duty Zombies. And Call of Duty, the latest results have shown that there's 100 million active monthly users on Call of Duty over the last 3 months. So we're looking at a sector with around 100 million active players concurrent over a month. So we're looking at potentially that, I would say, a fraction of that, because Web3 games are still a niche and a very small portion of the entire gaming industry. But with 100 million active users, if we can just get a little bit of market share from the people who are starting to feel like, I'm buying battle passes that have no return monetarily, I'm buying weapon skins that have no return monetarily, character skins with no return. So this is a way to actually get in there, get these skins, level up, kill to earn for your time, monetize everything that you're doing within the game. And it's just like Call of Duty. So if we can pull a little bit of market share from games like Call of Duty, and if you're unfamiliar with the zombies mode for Call of Duty, this is the gameplay of Call of Duty. So if you ask me, it's really, obviously, Call of Duty is further developed, a lot more time and care put into it at this point in time. But at this point in time in the blockchain, Undead Blocks honestly looks very, very similar to Call of Duty Zombies. How to earn money from this? The play to earn isn't active yet. So that's why I mentioned this is a game to kind of start playing, get the feel of, and be ready for when the play to earn does integrate. There will be token earnings, there will be esports tournaments, as well as there will be weapon NFTs, which will fluctuate in value over time. And those will be like weapon skins traditionally, which you buy off the Call of Duty store, the Valorant store, the CSGO store. So there will be gun skins you can acquire and purchase. There will be weapon NFTs you can acquire by staking the Undead token. As well, there will be token earnings in the game on top of the esports. Do you need to buy the NFTs? So there's two ways to get the weapon NFTs. The two ways to get the weapon NFTs, you can go on OpenSea. They have an Undead Blocks Genesis weapon collection, and they all come with different weapons, as you see, like a pistol and knife collection. You can go down a little bit, and there's like AK-47s, MP5s. As you see, the MP5, the survival kit, the assassin kit, which comes with an AK-47 and a shotgun. But you do not necessarily have to buy the NFT to play the game. You can go down, and as you see here, you can stake the Undead token, which is their governance token, and you can earn weapon NFTs. So if you go to the tweet here, you'll actually, if you need to, and they tweeted this afterwards, if you need to get a weapon, you can go stake the Undead token and you will earn a weapon that way. So you don't necessarily have to buy the NFTs. This will be eventually free to play, but the NFTs will give you a more of an advantage because you're controlling what weapons you're bringing to the battlefield, right? So there is an advantage to having the NFTs, clearly, because you will be able to use those weapons, but they will not be required to play the game. But the first tournament, as you see here, will be for Genesis and Apocalypse NFT owners. So this will be for the core Genesis holders, the $20,000 tournament. Going down the line, they will open those floodgates a bit more to more variations, whether you hold the NFTs or not, whether you're staking the Undead token, etc. So all in all, guys, I'm super bullish on the future of Undead Blocks. And this just makes me bullish on the future of NFT gaming, because this team right here is focusing not only on making an absolutely fun game, which it is. I spent hours playing this game yesterday. I spent hours playing this game. So fun, check. They are actually going with a model that I could see being so sustainable through advertising, esports competition, sponsorships, etc. I mean, imagine this game was to get to the level where they are hosting these types of tournaments every single week. You could see the community engagement in that being very high, because if you're running these tournaments, you are giving back to the community at the end of the day. Their first tournament is $20,000, and I believe down the line they will be looking to host much larger tournaments as well. So guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm super bullish on the future of NFT gaming, especially coming out of NFT NYC. I can tell you that the focus there and the best projects there were NFT games. And that is unbiased as it gets. I know many people share that same sentiment. When we were out in New York City, the best projects and the people doing the most in the space are literally NFT gaming projects. So I will be back tomorrow with another episode of In the Game, guys. As always, play well, my friends.